guys, it's time for Fabulous Friday. Hello, hello. Okay, everybody, I am going to get today's Fabulous Friday started. And today I am here not to share with you any special recipe because everyone out there probably enjoys preparing an omelet. But today I'm not only here to share with you an easy omelet that you can make for your families, but I'm also here because I want to talk to you about what I'm going to be preparing the omelet in. I am going to use a CULINARIO non-stick skillet. This is one of the lines we have in Princess House that is designed for you to cook, once again, without oil because it has a non-stick surface. And what makes our non-stick so wonderful is that it is PFOA free. PFOA is that toxin that is emitted from Teflon at higher temperatures. And in addition to that, we have a 5mm cord encapsulated bottom to allow for even heat distribution. Now, of course, one of the keys to preparing an omelet is not to overheat your skillet. So I'm using our induction unit. So our induction unit has been placed on a low temperature. One of the keys of preparing an omelet is to make sure that you're not cooking on high. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to let our skillet heat for just a little bit. And again, we're cooking on low. I'm now going to put my 2 eggs in to get them ready for the omelet. And I'm essentially just using 2 eggs. I know there are many recipes for making omelets. You can do a 2-egg or a 3-egg omelet. I'm doing a 2-egg omelet with a tablespoon of milk. I'm also putting some pepper, fresh ground pepper, and some Himalayan salt. And I'm also going to sprinkle just a little bit of basil. Now this is dried basil. Okay, now I'm going to whip it up. All right, I've got it nice and whipped. And I'm going to make sure my pan has heated. And now I'm going to pour my mixed egg into the skillet. Once again, I'm keeping my skillet on a lower temperature because if not, the eggs will cook too quickly and as a result, they will burn on the bottom. So we're going to let the egg sit for just a few minutes and then I'm going to use my spatula to just lift up the sides and just make sure that it's somewhat gelling in the center. Now to talk about what we're going to put in the omelet, we're doing a completely vegetable omelet. So with that in mind, of course, you could use any vegetables that you like. And of course, we've already talked in previous cooking demos about eating with a purpose. So you want to pick vegetables that you know will help boost your immune system or add extra nutrients to your body. And if you're looking for a way to cut down on some of the calorie intake, you'll keep that in mind as well. So I've got tomato, I've got a nicely cut orange pepper, red pepper, mushrooms, I have some spinach, mozzarella cheese, and some Parmesan cheese. So that's all that we're going to put in our omelet. So we're going to see how our omelet's doing. It's beginning to gel, so I'm going to let some of it flow so it can really harden up a little bit. It's going to take just a couple of minutes. because we have it on such a low temperature. And what I'm also going to do as it begins to gel, I'm going to start placing my vegetables on, because the vegetables are not cooked. They're all raw vegetables, so we want to give them a little time as well to just heat up just a little bit in this omelet. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, we're going to swivel it around just a little bit to let that extra liquid inside flow to the out. Okay, and once again, we are not using oil. We're using the non-stick skillet. All right, I think it's gelling pretty nicely. Now, while it's gelling, I am going to put my contents in. You don't want to overload it because, again, you're going to be turning your omelet over. So I'm just going to put some of my mushroom in. Got our tomatoes, orange peppers, some red peppers, got my nice spinach, and I'm going to take my slice of mozzarella and I'm just going to separate it a little bit. We do want that cheese to melt. And then I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan on top. And this is looking good, everybody. Okay, we're going to let this. You'll notice how my silicone spatula is just going around the sides. And now I'm going to actually come in here and take my spatula and move it around just a little bit more. We're almost ready to flip it over. Okay, I'm going to let it sit for just a minute. And of course, if I were heating this a little bit higher, it might go a little bit faster, but I don't want to overcook the eggs to have it brown. All right, we're almost there, guys. And while we're waiting for the omelet to just finish, I do want to share with you a special that we currently have. Now, I am using an 8-inch non-stick skillet, which is the perfect size for a smaller omelet. But if you were wanting to make a larger omelet or cook in another size non-stick, we have the perfect item on sale for you today. Our 10-inch non-stick skillet is $50 off the retail price, and it is only $79.95. All right. Okay, guys, you can see how that turned over beautifully. And I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes to cook, and then we're going to put this nice fluffy omelet onto one of our Marbella dinner plates. Omelets are oftentimes a great choice for a meal at dinner time when you really want something that's filled with protein, but you just don't want anything heavy like a piece of meat. So that's when omelets become a great choice. So now that we've had a chance for that omelet to sit, I just want to show you how it slips completely out of our skillet onto our plate. Voila, we have our vegetable omelet made in our CULINARIO non-stick skillet. So check out my Facebook group page, which I'm hoping you're viewing this from, so that you can see our non-stick skillet and the great price that it is. or go to my website at www.princesshouse.com/JChandler. And until we see each other again on another fabulous Friday, I'm hoping you will have a fabulous weekend. Bye, everybody.